Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Wednesday, August 30th, day 70-something in the Big Brother house. And there was more action last night. Except for some reason, Big Brother didn't let us see it. We don't know the details of what went on. Kevin and maybe Alex and maybe Matt and maybe Raven had an argument. At some point, what I saw was that Kevin may have said, well, I've won $40,000 and you haven't won anything, or something to that effect. Or, well, I'll have $40,000 and you won't have anything. Some clue that implied that he admitted he won the $25,000. I don't know. What else did I hear or see? Maybe that Paul implied that he won America's Favorite Player last year, but because he got second place, they gave it to Victor. I don't know. Has anybody ever won first or second and won America's Favorite Player? I can't remember. I had to look that one up to see if Paul is just full of it or if there's any possibility that that's the case. Although I think Victor was more well-liked than Paul. So there was this long fight. It's just gotten so ugly. It's just gotten, and I don't care who you want to defend, it's just ugly. And I'm annoyed that Matt is just totally thumbing his nose at the rules. He doesn't care. He ate more food again last night. Big Brother's telling him to stop. He's not stopping. It's just like, what's the point? Why are you having these have-not things if you do not? And one penalty vote doesn't mean squat when the person thinks they're going home. When the person thinks they are leaving the house, you can't enforce the rules. You will not. Apparently, Big Brother will not enforce the rules on them. They need to just kick him out of the house. They should have done it yesterday. They could still do it today. They can still have a show on Thursday. You basically sit the house guests down in the room. You say, you guys got to wait. And at this point, they kick out Matt. And then they've got tons of reaction shots to Matt leaving. They've got lots of, Raven just miserable because it's so unfair they took Matt out of the house. But it's like, you know what? He broke the rules multiple times. I suppose they're not threatening him with removing him from the game. They should do that. But let's pretend they did. Let's pretend that yesterday or today they pull Matt out of the house, which they didn't yesterday, obviously, but I'm just saying they could have, in my opinion. They pull Matt out of the house, and they've got the reaction shots from Raven. They've got the house guests talking about it. And then that's where they do, instead of having the live vote, instead of having the speeches, they do a recap of all that. They've got all the fights that have gone on Monday. They've got plenty of fight footage, and I'm sure they have some silly footage that they can be real silly and fun with. They got Raven and Matt's food fight they can show that they did on Sunday night, or whatever night it was. So they can show that. They can show the fights that Kevin had with Josh and that Matt and Raven had with Jason. They got lots of stuff they can show. And then they can show that Matthew decided he wasn't going to follow the rules, and they're kicking him out of the house. And then they go to the house guests, and Julie talks to them for a minute and says, well, as you know, since Matt was evicted, we're not going to have an eviction this week, or since Matt was, tossed from the game, and America will get the vote in place of Matt, because he's not going to the jury house. Sorry, Raven. He is, no longer in the game, and we will have America cast the last vote. And that's that. So let's get on with the next head of household. And boom, you're right along with the next line. And Matt gets his place in history that he kind of deserves for doing nothing all season, and then when he's a have-not the last time, doing nothing again and not following the rules. Oh, I'm just annoyed. Annoyed. What else? I don't have anything else really. I mean, that's where we're at. There'll be more Matt not doing anything. Apparently, Alex is probably still going to try to get under Kevin's skin. Kevin has just had enough. I don't think Kevin is completely innocent, but the level and just the whole way. When you have no one to confide in anymore, when you lose your closest confidant, not that Kevin has, but I'm thinking of, Raven is about to lose Matt, and Paul has stepped in, and Matt is saying, go with Paul. It's like, okay, so Paul now has got Raven as a close confidant, got Kevin as a close confidant, because he's kind of coming to Kevin and kind of consoling him. He's it's eliminate a person's closest ally, and you're number 2, and so suddenly every one of the house guests is your closest ally. I think it happened again last night. Matt said to Raven, I don't think you can beat Paul in the final 2, and she's, yeah, but that's okay. I wouldn't be okay losing with him. What? No, don't take Matt or Paul to the final 2. Don't be content with losing to him. Does money mean nothing to these people? Does money absolutely mean nothing to them? Do they not care? I guess that's what part of it is that to a lot of them, it just doesn't matter. Whatever. I'm fine. I'm here for the experience, not for the money. I don't know. I don't remember being this bothered by a season at this point. I really don't. Now, I wasn't, way back when in the, pre Big Brother 13 or, 14 or so, whenever we started doing this, I wasn't talking to myself every day about the show. So maybe I was, and I would just tune it out at this point. And I'm kind of not tuning it out now because I feel a certain obligation, because I kind of made promises to everybody that, I'll stick through it. And they kind of stubborn that way. But, I just don't know. I just don't know what this house is going to go down as. What's their reputation going to be? The problem, too, is that now it's so easy to record all this crap. There's so much more video evidence of all the stuff that's going on. We talk about the things that Evil Dick did, and they're out there a little bit, but it's not out there like it is now. We talk about the things that Will, I say, we hated Will for the first at least half of the season he was on, Dr. Will Kirby. And by the end we liked him because he was really mean, and the things that he would say, I can't remember the things he would say, but I know that they were really mean and nasty. And there are written records of a lot of the stuff that he said. I have them, at least from the TV Clubhouse archives, if I wanted to spend the time to go back and dig through them. But, I don't, frankly, care to. And the second part is that's not his actual voice saying it, so you can read it that someone has it written, but I don't trust the written word. I don't trust what people, when I see, this is what they say he said, it's like, let me see it for myself. And that's not an option with Big Brother 3. That's not an option with, what kind of things did June and Allison talk about in Big Brother 4, or Big Brother 2, with Dr. Will. What kind of things did June and Allison talk about? What did the 4 horsemen talk? There's just so many things that went on that we just don't have any record of. And we will for this season, because I personally know that I have probably an hour or more of recordings, of video recordings on my computer of the lowlights of the season, things that have happened that I've gone back and recorded. I actually recorded last night something that happened, and I thought I know I recorded Matt indicating that production had told him he couldn't do things, and not that it mattered, but I recorded it and I didn't post it anywhere. I didn't do anything with it. I just tucked it away on my hard drive. It's there if I ever wanted to go reference it and kind of say, I remember when this happened, and it's all out there. So that will add to the staying power of this group's reputation as a really crappy bunch of people. All right. It is Wednesday. We're at the front edge of being halfway through the week for those of us that work Monday through Friday. And I hope you guys have a good day, and we'll let you know what happens. There's nothing on today's agenda. They're probably on an inside lockdown until Thursday. They mentioned that they were losing the backyard yesterday, so it's probably done now. So they'll probably be out locked inside all day. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another fight. I don't think Alex has given up being a pain in the ass, and I just don't care for most of these people at this point. Sorry, most of you people. I don't care for you. I really don't. All right. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.